Hi, I'm Nicole, and this is Haunted Threads After Dark, where I read you creepy paranormal stories. If that's your thing, then go ahead and turn the volume up, turn the lights down, but whatever you do, don't look behind you. Today I'm going to be reading you an original by me. So let's get to it. I hope that you like it. I rented a house in Camarillo for 2 years. I left in the middle of my lease and lost my deposit. And this is why. I put the camera up because of packages. That's the whole reason. Somebody took a pair of boots off my porch in January. So I bought one of those battery-powered cameras that sticks onto a magnetic mount. You pop it off the wall to charge it, and you stick it back on. It took 9 minutes to install. The house sat up off a dirt driveway. There were 3 wooden steps leading to the porch, and the porch was maybe 6 feet across with a railing because it sat a good 5 feet off the ground. If you're standing at the door, my pepper plants were on the left in pots. On the right, the deck went down 2 steps and continued along the side of the house toward the paved driveway where I parked. The front door opened straight into the living room. No entry, no hallway, just the door and then the room, with the dining room past that. The hallway was behind the couch. It led to the laundry room, the bathroom, and at the end, a little room we used for watching TV. The camera sent me alerts constantly at first. Cats, wind, the mailman. I turned the sensitivity down, and when that didn't fix it, I shut the notifications off completely. It's still recorded, I just stopped being told about it, and I never went back and watched any of the footage, because who does? In June, I was waiting for something in the mail that I actually cared about, so I turned the alerts back on. The first 2:59 a.m. alert I ever saw came 4 days later. My phone buzzing on the nightstand was what woke me up. I opened the notification, half asleep. There was a woman standing at my door. Her back was facing the camera. Gray hoodie, hood down, dark hair to her shoulders. She was standing closer to the door than you normally would stand if you're going to knock. After about 40 seconds, she walked off the left side of the frame. That was the side the deck was on, leading toward the paved driveway. Then the clip ended. I called the non-emergency police line in the morning, and a deputy came out and walked the driveway with me. The dirt held everything. You could see where I had walked. You could see where the mailman had walked. And the deputy found footsteps that didn't belong to either of us coming up the driveway towards the steps. He couldn't find any going back. He said the wind moves dirt around there, which it does. The next night, another alert came through at 2:59 a.m., almost the exact same clip. The night after that, the same thing. And then the night after that. On the 6th night, I stayed awake on purpose. I sat on the couch with the lamp turned off and the front window cracked open. My phone was face down on my knee while I watched the porch with my own eyes. The crickets outside were constant. It's the kind of sound you stop noticing after a while. But at 2:58, they stopped. All of them. At once. It sounded like something was moving through the grass. Then the house became so quiet I could hear the refrigerator running. At 2:59, my phone buzzed. There was nobody outside. I was looking directly at the porch. I turned my phone over. She was standing there on the porch that I was staring at. I don't know how to describe that. 2 versions of the same 6 feet of your house, and only one of them has a person standing in it? I dropped my phone. Then I made myself pick it back up and go through the footage, frame by frame. That's when she turned around. She had never turned around before. It was my face. And I wish I had more than that for you, but that's all I've got. My face, my hair. But something about it hadn't been set right. Like it had been put on by someone who had only ever seen me from a distance. And she looked directly in the camera for about 3 seconds. She didn't smile. Her face didn't move at all. Then she went down the 2 steps toward the paved driveway. And then the clip ended. I went back through the entire camera history that night, every clip since the day I installed it. She was in 140 of them. It was the same every time. The cricket stopped chirping at 2:58. The camera caught her at 2:59. She stood there for about 40 seconds and then walked off toward the driveway. The oldest clip was recorded the night after I installed the camera. The next night, I checked the front door twice. I checked the French doors off the kitchen. Then, I sat in the middle of the living room with a bat across my lap, with every light turned off. I faced the front door. There was only one way onto that porch. 3 wooden steps, and those steps talked. You couldn't walk up them quietly, even if you tried. That was the whole plan. Sit there and hear her coming. I didn't check the back gate. It had never really latched properly, and I had stopped thinking about it around 4 months after I moved in. 2:55, 2:56, 2:57. At 2:58, the cricket stopped chirping. I counted. I got to about 50. Nothing walked up those steps. There was nothing on the porch. Nothing. At 2:59, my phone buzzed. The picture was already moving, tipping and swinging like somebody had lifted the camera off its magnetic mount. Through the front door, 10 feet away from where I was sitting, I heard the click of the camera being pulled off the wall. Then the screen went black. I don't know for how long. It felt like nothing. And then behind me, the floor creaked. I didn't turn around. I still can't tell you why. When the camera turned back on, it wasn't showing the porch. It was showing my living room, my chair, my front door, the one I had been watching all night. I was seeing everything from the hallway, including the back of my own head. Then a hand came into the frame, and it was reaching out for me. Well, there you go. That's why she had to break her lease early. I don't blame her. I'm not staying there a second longer. I could tell you that. I'd probably be out that door in 2 seconds flat. What do you guys think of this story? Did you guys like it? I hope you did. It's something I really had fun doing. So anyway, if you guys have a story that you would like me to share, then go ahead and go to hauntedthreadsafterdark.com. There's a submission form on there that you can fill out. It takes 2 seconds, and I would love to hear your story, and I'd love to share your story on this channel. If you want more scary stories from me, then go ahead and follow me here on Haunted Threads After Dark. Also, leave me a comment. I love talking to you guys in the comment section. And if you could please give me a like, that helps me a lot. I really appreciate it. And until tomorrow, when I give you more nightmares, I will see you then. Sleep tight if you can. Bye.